Pallbearers take the coffin carrying the body of Anthony Visage to his funeral service. It is, as always, a sombre and respectful occasion, and in instances like this, attended by virtually nobody. Mr. Visage died homeless and alone. There's no family and no friends here. The only person to pay their last respects, the only person to care at the end, a lone council worker, Kerry Cosgrove. Miss Cosgrove is a funerals officer, part professional mourner and part investigator. This is her latest assignment, a lady whose death passed unnoticed for weeks.
Normally I have a walk around to assess the condition of the flat, but obviously that's not really possible here. I'll probably have a quick look to see if I can find any documents immediately, but even that's doubtful. So I'm just going to have a quick look around, really.
In many ways, the flat holds the key to the lady's past. Kerry's job is to try and search for the key.
Not really. I've had a few this bad, but it is one of the worst, definitely, where there's not even the floor space to walk on. You know, and as you go around, you do wonder where she even managed to sit, let alone lay down to sleep.
Inside is an absolute tip.
Well, that's the bathroom.
The lady appears to have kept virtually everything she was ever given, ever owned, or ever bought.
You can't imagine how she managed to survive. Obviously, this has gone on over a long period of time. It's just unimaginable.
There is apparently a will here. The beneficiary may never be known. They certainly didn't care during her life.
It's very sad. This is one of those heartbreaking cases that, you know, someone's ended up like this. And in a sense, no one's noticed.
Do you feel sometimes that you're the last one to care, if you like?
Well, yes, yeah. Because, I mean, I actually come into their home and see what they were living like, and, you know, sometimes I get to know them better than, you know, friends do, because friends haven't been in the house, they haven't seen, you know, what I see.
The point is, the workload of council officers like Kerry is building up like never before. There are simply more and more deaths, more and more funerals, and all of them paid for by the taxpayer. It's estimated that about £4 million a year is spent by councils on funerals. At £1,000 a go, environmental health officers believe it's because families either can't afford to pay for it or simply won't. It means that every year thousands of people are buried without anyone with them to say goodbye. The solitary deaths of so many is in many ways a product of our society. Across the country, growing numbers of people are being buried with nobody there to mourn them. Just people like Kerry, determined to show that every life matters and that in the end somebody was there to care. Stuart Ramsay, Sky News.